Johan, I understand Ollie Thorley had his operation yesterday. Fingers crossed, all gone well?
Yeah, no, the report we've got is that, the surgeon is satisfied with what he could have fixed and the outcome. Obviously, there was a fair bit of damage as well as with Henry Purdy's shoulder, and both were done yesterday. And now, on the road of recovery, and we're hoping that they'll have a speedy and a very successful recovery.
And have you got timetables planned for when you'd like them back, or is it still the sort of suck it and see time?
There's a set time of 3 to 4 months, so in theory the season for them is over now. But obviously they'll be 100% ready going into the next season.
Ross Moriarty named again by Wales at number 8. No surprise there, I suppose. How impressed have you been with the way that he's been playing for Wales, though? Because he could be very useful in form at the end of the season for you.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, credit to Ross for, first of all, coming out of a long injury and then only limited time with us, and then had to make the step up to test rugby, and you can see he's quite comfortable at that level, and as he gets fitter, he will just get better and better. So that, I think, come this test as well as the test that's still left for him, we'll see the Ross just getting better and better. And like you said, once he's come back and he's had a number of games under his belt, it will definitely add our cause.
Also, yesterday, a host of Gloucester youngsters named in the England under-18s and under-17s setup. You haven't got too many in the senior setup at the moment, but in terms of the future, how encouraging is that?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously that's the feeding ground for us is your own structures and your own youngsters, and it's great to see those guys performing. We had about 20 minutes that we could have watched the under-18s play. The Gloucester under-18s played on Saturday against Bristol under-18s, and sure, some of the tries they scored was just tremendous. The quality of the tries and the skill that was shown. So if that's the kind of skill and players we're going to get, the future look bright in a couple of years' time, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it's just that sort of waiting for them to develop, and also you've got a few at under 20 level as well, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure. We've got those guys at the 20 level who's played for England either last year or now, and then you've got your young academy guys. But I mean, again, those guys are, the players of today, they make the jump quite quickly from under 18 to under 20s in size and maturity and stuff, and we'll hope that those players will also see that as the route to play for the Gloucester seniors. But the talent is there. It's just the question of nurture that. And also the one thing is, between 18 and 2021, the players learn their positions really, and they develop physically different, and that brings a different dimension. But again, like I said, at the moment it looked quite good for us.
You'll have done your analysis on Worcester. Was there anything that you'd spotted that you didn't already know at 5:15 on Saturday?
No, not really. I mean, obviously, massively as a group we let ourselves down and missed the opportunity, and at the end of the day, it was just the way we approach it. There's no secret that we were not up for the game, and we let it slip in that first half where they really played well, and we didn't pitch up. So again, it was a hard lesson to learn, and hopefully one that we don't have to repeat in the rest of these games. So
do you now sort of pitch that to the players as, look, you owe the fans, you owe me, you owe everyone a performance this week?
No, I think they owe themselves. I don't think they owe me or anybody else than themselves. The reality is we've put ourselves in a position where we can play well. We had the confidence, we had the belief that we can go and win, and we let ourselves down. So I just want the team, and they know it. I just want us to make sure that we, make ourselves proud when we pitch up on a Saturday, to put out a performance that we can look back and say, we've left everything out there. And if a team comes and beat us because they just better on the day through skill and through the game plan, etc., that's fine. But they can't come with physicality or passion or anything else than that, and outsmart us that way.
And this is an important game, looking at the table, to stay in touch with the top three.
Yeah, I mean, every game going in now is going to be important, and I think we as a group realize that. The biggest thing for me is, like I said in the past, is for us to stay in the moment, to stay in the present, and yes, we took it on the chin. We were disappointed, but it's a new day, it's a new week. We have to lift ourselves up. We have to get our heads up. It's still, there's still a lot to play for, and like you said, the quality is tough, so that you can't get by. But the reality is that everybody is bunched up. If you do look to the lock, and we don't really want to, take our focus off what the job is ahead. But if you do, then you can see any team can overtake any other team, and suddenly in 2 weeks you can be 8th or 9th.
49-24 at the Rico earlier in the season, but it was a lot closer than that for a long, long time, wasn't it? You gave Wasps a real fright.
Yeah, I mean, up till halftime we were really in it, and there was a few crucial moments in that game. The first half, the second half started, and we had a 5-meter line-out, attacking line-out, and we just lost that ball. It was just the tips of the fingers, and we lost it, and that was a crucial moment. As I do believe, if we could have won that line-out and get points out of that and build pressure, that we could have extended our lead. And then the other big moment was we were quite decent, building a decent amount of phases on attack, and around the 22 we lost that ball at the ruck, and Youngs picked it up and he basically ran the full length of the field, and then we started to chase the game and made more errors and more errors. So up until that time we were really competitive, but the reality is, if you play the likes of these sides that is so dangerous, you have to play for 80 minutes, and we have to be quite clinical, and that's where we have to improve.
5-meter line-out's not going right. Is that a recurring theme for you, or is that just part of rugby?
No, it is. It is a thing that we're not satisfied at the moment. It's happened more than what we'd like to. In the past, it happened. Luckily, it didn't cost us, because it was Newcastle, it was Saracens. There was a few games where we were leading and tried to get that fourth try, and that wasn't costing you the victory. But at this stage, Northampton, for example, and then on the weekend maybe to get a bonus point, it cost us points. It cost us a bit there. So I must credit the players, and they take it hard, and they keep working on it. It's just on the day that we must just get better on our execution and simplify it sometimes. Sometimes we go for the miracle ball instead of taking the easy one that is available. And like I said, as a group, that we must keep pushing hard to fix that.
Injuries? How's the squad this weekend?
A lot of sore bodies, a lot of guys who's not allowed to take any contact up until late in the week. But at this moment, the injury concerns are James Hansen. He's struggling with a hip. Tom Marshall was struggling with a knee, and Johan Ackermann with a hamstring. And I think who else is there? I think that's about the three guys that we, like I said, there's a few non-contact guys, but we're quite certain they will get over but that's the three guys we'll have to make late decisions on, if they will be available or not.